Hi, this is Mrs. Vaca, and this is the adding and subtracting inequalities video. To solve inequalities using addition and subtraction, you solve addition and subtraction inequalities the same way you solve addition and subtraction equations. Okay, so you would still draw your line. Instead of down the equal sign, you draw it down the inequality symbol, and then you move the addition or subtraction using the opposite. Since this is a plus 14, you would do the opposite and subtract 14 from both sides. The 14s on this side would go away, leaving us with x is less than whatever 5 minus 14 is, which is negative 9. So that's your answer. X is less than negative 9. So if we're going to graph this, you would put negative 9 in the middle of your number line, two numbers above, which is negative 8 and negative 7, two numbers below, negative 10, negative 11. Alright, a less than symbol is an open circle. The smaller numbers are pointing to the left. Also, this inequality symbol looks like an arrow pointing to the left, so our arrow on our graph points to the left. Alright, example number 2. Again, draw a line down your inequality symbol. Okay, you're going to do the same like you would with an equation. This is x minus 6. The opposite of minus 6 is a plus 6. The 6's cross out just like they would with equations, and you're left with x is greater than. Make sure you write greater than. Don't write an equal sign just because we're used to equations. And then 4 plus 6 is 10. So your answer is x is greater than 10. So when you go to graph this, you would put 10 in the middle of your number line, two numbers above, two numbers below, and then greater than is an open circle. The bigger numbers are to the right, so I'll point my arrow to the right. Also, this inequality symbol looks like an arrow pointing to the right, so I'm going to point this arrow to the right. Alright, this is a U-try, so go ahead and pause the video and then hit play when you're ready. Alright, draw your line down your inequality symbol. This is x plus 2. The opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. So you will get x is less than or equal to 5. So fill in your number line with 5 in the middle. This is a less than or equal to. Since it has this line underneath here, you're going to do a closed circle. Less than means smaller. The smaller numbers are to the left. Also, this looks like an arrow pointing to the left, so you will draw your arrow on your graph pointing to the left. Alright, this is another U-try, so go ahead and pause the video again and hit play when you're ready. Start by drawing a line down your equal sign. This is 8 plus y. Since this is a positive 8, you will do the opposite and do a negative 8, which is the same as minus 8. Leaving you with y is greater than or equal to 4. So 4 goes in the middle of your number line. Since this is greater than or equal to, that means that you're going to do a closed circle. And greater than means bigger. Bigger numbers are to the right. Also, this looks like an arrow pointing to the right, so you should draw this arrow pointing to the right. Alright, our next example, and these examples are variables are on the right side instead of the left. That's fine, you would still solve this like an equation. X minus 5, the opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. So we would have 9 is less than x. The only problem here is since it's written backwards when you go to graph, I would recommend flipping the order. So put x and 9 in the opposite order. When you flip the x and the 9, you have to also flip the inequality symbol. So this is x is greater than 9. So put 9 in the middle of your number line. This 9 will have an open circle above it, and since this is saying greater than, the bigger numbers are to the right, plus this looks like a arrow pointing to the right, So I should point this arrow to the right. All right, go ahead and do this you try. When you're done, hit play and see if you're right. Okay, just like the last problem, even though the x is on the right, you'll solve this just like an equation. X plus 3, the opposite of plus 3 is minus 3. So you'll have negative 1 is greater than or equal to x. But if I want to graph this, I would recommend that you flip the order. Put the variable first and the negative 1 second. If you flip the order, then you have to flip the inequality symbol as well. So x is less than or equal to negative 1. So put your negative 1 in the middle of your number line. Since this is a less than or equal to, you'll have a closed circle above the negative 1. Less than, the smaller numbers are to the left. And this looks like an arrow pointing to the left. And your arrow in your graph is pointing to the left.